Have you ever felt the ground shake from a bass note so deep it made you grin from ear to ear? That's the kind of experience a big subwoofer can bring. And today, we're talking about the best 15-inch subwoofers. I've pulled together a list where each subwoofer is matched to a different kind of category. So no matter what you're looking for, there's probably something here that'll fit. All the links to the products are down in the description, so if you hear about one you like, you can check it out there. And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the little bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you've got any questions, drop a comment and I'll do my best to help out. Let's get into the reviews and see what these subwoofers bring to the table. Scar Audio EVL15D2, best 15-inch subwoofer for car. If you're looking for something that can shake your mirrors and make your chest thump, this one does not hold back. It's built to handle up to 2,500 watts at peak and 1,250 watts RMS, which means it can push some serious low end without breaking a sweat. I've seen plenty of folks talk about how the bass hits so hard it feels like the whole car is rattling. The 3-inch voice coil is coated for better heat control and paired with the airflow cooling system. It's made to keep performing even when pushed for long stretches. That double-stack ferrite motor gives it some serious weight too. Literally. This thing comes in at over 36 pounds, which gives you an idea of how much is packed into it. Sound-wise, it reaches down to around 20 hertz, which is the kind of frequency you don't just hear, you feel it. People mention it holding up for years when treated right, which is impressive for something that doesn't cost a fortune. One heads up though, the size and mounting depth mean you'll probably need a custom box and enough space to fit it properly. Other than that, it's a beast for car audio builds. Scar Audio SDR15D2, best budget 15-inch subwoofer for car. If you've ever thought that big bass means big money, this one proves that's not always the case. It pushes out up to 1,200 watts peak and around 600 watts RMS, which is plenty for a budget subwoofer. A lot of people say it hits harder than they expected, especially for the price point, with bass that feels clear and deep enough to really fill a car. The 2.5-inch copper voice coil is built to handle heat, and paired with the cooling system on the motor, it helps keep things running steady during longer sessions. It's not as heavy as some of the premium models, sitting around 22 pounds, which makes it a little easier to manage during installation. Sound-wise, it reaches as low as 20 hertz, and the high-roll foam surround gives it a nice deep response. Most people are really happy with the volume and punch it puts out, though a few point out that it focuses more on loudness than perfect accuracy. One small thing to keep in mind, pushing it past its limits can cause coil issues, so proper setup matters here. For the budget category though, it's hard to beat. KEF Cube 15 MIE, best 15-inch home theater subwoofer. This one feels more like a precision tool than a blunt instrument. Instead of just shaking the walls, it focuses on giving clean, tight bass that blends smoothly with music and movies. It's powered by a 300-watt Class D amplifier, paired with a 15-inch driver, and together they deliver bass that's smooth and detailed all the way down to around 20 hertz. One of the cool things here is the built-in digital processing. It uses KEF's own software to keep the bass controlled no matter the volume. And there are presets for different room positions, like against a wall, in a corner, or out in the open. That takes some of the guesswork out of placement, which is a nice touch. It does weigh over 60 pounds, so moving it around isn't the most fun job in the world, but once it's in place, it looks sleek with its gloss finish and simple design. People mention that it's especially great for rock music and movie soundtracks, where you want accuracy more than just raw boom. A couple of reviews point out that it sometimes struggles to wake from standby at very low volumes, but that's a small thing compared to how well it performs in a home theater setup. Dayton Audio Sub 1500, best budget 15-inch home theater subwoofer. This one proves you don't need to spend a fortune to shake the walls of a home theater. With a 15-inch driver and a built-in amplifier rated at 150 watts, it's made for folks who want big sound on a budget. Reviews often mention phrases like house shaking or best bang for the buck, and for something in this price range, that's impressive. The design uses a downward firing port, which helps keep airflow smooth and cuts down on noise. It even comes with a remote so you can adjust things without leaving the couch. Always a win in my book. There's a crossover control up to 100 Hz, a bass boost option, and an auto on and off feature that wakes up when it gets a signal. Now, a few things are worth pointing out. The amplifier isn't as strong as what you'd find in higher-end subs, so you're not going to get the same refinement as a premium model. In smaller rooms, it can sound a little boomy if it's not set up right, but for a big living room or basement setup, it has more than enough punch. Backed with a 5-year warranty, it's easily one of the best values in the budget home theater category. Electro Voice EKX15 SP, best 15-inch PA subwoofer. If you're setting up for live shows, DJ gigs, or small venues, this one is built to deliver chest-thumping bass without dragging around an oversized box. It runs on a 1300-watt Class D amplifier and can push up to 130 decibels at peak, which is way more than most people will ever need indoors. The digital controls are a big highlight here. There's a simple knob and display system that lets you fine-tune settings fast, which is handy if you're in the middle of a setup. One feature that stands out is the cardioid mode. When you use more than one, you can steer the bass toward the crowd and cut down on low-end rumble on stage by as much as 35 decibels. That can make a huge difference for performers who don't want their teeth rattling while they're playing. At about 73 pounds, it's lighter than a lot of 18-inch subs, yet people say it still keeps up with them. The big slot ports help reduce distortion, so the sound stays clean even at high volume. Some reviews mention minor cosmetic issues on delivery, but performance-wise, it's praised for hitting way above its price. For portable PA systems, it's a strong pick. Sundown Audio X 15V3D2, best 15-inch competition subwoofer. This one is built for people who want to shake more than just their rearview mirror. It's aimed at competition-level setups. With 2,000 watts RMS handling, it's one of the heaviest hitters on this list. And at nearly 70 pounds, it's no lightweight in size either. Reviewers mention it hitting sound pressure levels well into the 150s, which is the kind of thing you feel in your chest more than you just hear with your ears. A big upgrade here is the motor design and the coil system, borrowed from the company's premium line. That lets it push harder and stay stable even when it's running at high volume for a long time. The linear excursion is another strength, giving it cleaner low notes in that 25 to 39 Hz sweet spot. That said, this isn't the kind of sub you just drop into any car. It needs a properly built ported box, about 4¼ cubic feet with the right tuning, to really perform. It's also not very forgiving if your electrical system isn't up to par. But if you're building for SPL competitions, or you just want something that can hit harder than most, this one has the kind of output people chase. Big subs bring big sound, and as you've heard today, there's something out there for every setup, whether it's for a car, a home theater, or a full live stage. Each one brings its own flavor of bass, from deep and clean to chest-rattling loud. If any of these caught your attention, the links are down in the description. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you don't miss the next video. If you've got questions or want to share your own setup, drop it in the comments. I'd love to see what you're running. And if you're still shopping around, check out our other videos for more gear picks that might be the right fit for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.